If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 71 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We're at the January transfer window in the third season, currently second in the championship as you can see bottom right, and today we're going to be having a look at some transfer targets. We are currently looking to sell some of the players we have at the club right now to raise some funds. We currently only have £200 left in our wage budget and nothing in the transfer budget. Obviously in the last episode we approached the board to see if they'd give us some extra funds. I haven't yet heard back because I haven't advanced because I'm only doing these transfer targets, but hopefully they'll give us some extra money and we'll be able to move on some of the deadwood that we want to get replaced, including Lanzoni, Taylor, Coulson, Elliott and Ring. Obviously I might have to be a bit careful when letting players like Lanzoni, Taylor and Coulson go because I want to make sure I've got decent replacements before I let people like that go. But with the likes of Elliott and Ring, I can let those guys go without any worries of losing out anywhere else with, you know, kind of squad rotation, etc., and worrying about fitness. So those two are definitely going to go this window if bids come in for them, and these three will go so long as I can get adequate replacements in. And of course, the guy that somehow managed to worm his way into our squad at the start of the season, despite the fact I didn't really want him and only inquired about him, I'm trying to move him out on loan, although actually I may be able to add to the transfer list now, and I will do. There we go, he's added to the transfer list as well, so maybe we can move him on. We'll have to wait and see. He's on £5,000 a week, so it would be nice if we could free that money up. But I'll show you the shortlist and we'll go through. Obviously looking for a goalkeeper as well if we possibly can. Players like Ben Amos are having his contract expire in 6 months, so we could try and pick him up on a free for next season. That would be obviously the intention there. Same with Emiliano Martinez. He's transfer listed, not currently out of contract, but I'm not too sure about this guy. I would need to get the scout report back and find out what his individual stats are actually like, because there is quite a bit of variance there. I would like to know more specifically what those goalkeeper stats are like. We are looking for a right back, and Mehdi Zafane actually is having his contract expire as well. And if I could get him on a free at the end of the season for just £4,000 a week, oh my days, that would be a signing and a half, wouldn't it? It'd be incredible. So we're definitely looking at him. Obviously, Hector Bellerin is still on the shortlist from the summer, and we perhaps look to bring him in if we possibly can. Pineda and Rodrigo Cuba are two free agents we could look to bring in that right back spot to replace the outgoing Richard Tate who left us in the summer. We ran out of money when trying to bring in replacement for him, so Matteo Lanzoni's been kind of playing on his own at right back at the minute, and occasionally I've been having to play Harrison Dunk at left back and then Greg Taylor at right back, my left mid at left back and the left back at right back. So would like to bring in a player there more so than any other position right now. Obviously looking for a centre back replacement for potentially Josh Coulson if he goes out. Again, Michael Keane, his contract is expiring, not sure about him, but obviously it would be a decent signing. And then there's this guy, 28-year-old Lucio Emmanuel Cardosa, is a free agent. Decent stand tackle, great pace, great strength, great jumping, decent stamina as well, and good marking, good tackling stats. So he could be a good acquisition for us. 6 foot as well, which would be good. So maybe we'll bring him in. Looking in the midfield, like a replacement for Riku Ring, I was looking at Connor Richardson. I've got my scout out right now, looking for players that have less than 1 year left on their contract. Someone that we could maybe look to bring in for next season. We'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. And then obviously up top as well, I'm waiting to hear back from my scouts to see if there's anyone else we could perhaps sign on a free as well. But players like Lee Kun Ho, obviously we looked at and shied away from in the last window. We might go back to him. This guy is an absolute must. It's just a case of, can I find the money? He wants 25 grand a week. That's Barclays Premier League wages, and we're a side that have just come out of League One into the Championship. Don't have that sort of money to be able to offer him in that. But so long as he stays as a free agent for the rest of this season, we should be able to pick him up next year if we get promoted. But obviously, I'd like to nail down that signing sooner rather than later. But Benik Afobe is also available. He's transfer listed. Might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper than that. The wages might be a bit of a stumbling block, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Tom Elliott is going to be the man outgoing. So that is how the situation stands right now. There aren't that many players on my shortlist at present. So I'm waiting to hear back from my scouts to see what they think. But as you can see, the biggest wage we have right now is James Wilson at 10 grand, and that's only because he's a loanee. So the 25 grand of the striker from obviously Slivka, I think it's Slivka. He is really out of my range right now. Is it Slivka? It's Slivka. 25 grand a week he wants. He's only 20, 5'7" though, but does have decent strength at 68 to 78. So he'd be so good. He's just I can't afford him. So we'll look to move out these players if we possibly can, and bring in replacements if possible. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens throughout this window. If the board can give me some extra money as well as those players moving on, then we really could be in business and really could strengthen ourselves to make sure we can not only get promotion out of the Championship, but at least be competitive in the BPL next year. So one thing I'm worried about, getting out of the lower leagues into the BPL and then being completely out of my depth in the 4th season. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Still plenty of time left in this season to strengthen, and of course we'll have the summer transfer window as well, should we get promoted. But the main issue right now is making sure we have enough players for squad rotation, because we did get hit with injuries last year and it cost us the league title, and I don't want the same situation to happen this year and it cost us promotion as a whole. I don't want to lose out an automatic or a playoff spot because of injuries, so I need to make sure that I manage the numbers in the squad as well as the ability of the squad at the same time. But that's the situation right now. Let me know in the comment section anyone you think I should have a look at, and I will of course scout them and see what they say. And drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Plenty of suggestions please. Obviously though, do bear in mind the financial situation of the club. I cannot afford players that have wages of more than £15,000 at the absolute most, and that's even if I am able to move on some more players, because right now we have £0, absolutely £0. So we need some money, and we need some money from somewhere. Going to try and go on a cup run like we did last year, and then maybe use the money to get in a free agent again if we can, but it's all up in the air at the minute. We've got 2 games to come for the next episode, which will be against Bristol City and then Birmingham in the Cup, in the FA Cup 3rd round. So we need to make sure we get a victory in that to get some extra finances. But that'll be all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.